It's Monday night. I wasn't gonna do this one because I thought it was too late because I missed stuff this weekend, but I figured I might as well go try it. I just watched they just released episode 13 this weekend, I believe, so I just watched that. And that's what made me decide. I'm like, I should do this one anyway. Why not? So, Uh, season 2. Oh, where did that start? I saw the beginning of it so long ago. Season 2 opens up in a game world called GGO. So you had Aincrad in Sword Art Online. You had Alfheim in ALO in the second arc, which Anime Club did not review. They only reviewed the first arc, so hopefully everything's seen that and the gap is filled, and hopefully this isn't supposed to fill that gap. But okay, so we start with GGO. I'm going to open with saying I was bugged by one major thing in the second arc, and this is where I'm going to stay really. Kirito had no form of PTSD. I mean, you saw a little bit, you saw some for a little bit, but it was more fighting for a loved one, fighting for Asuna in the second arc, in the ALO arc. So here's what I do remember about the first couple episodes of Gun Gale is Sword Art Online 2, Season 2, is you open up, you get this player comes out, you get this death gun, real original. First thing you see is he kills another player in real life. You get a real life kill. Me, as a fan, the first thing I think is, oh shit, it's happening again. And I think that was completely the point, because then they jump ahead to Kirito talking to this guy from the gaming bureau, who, whatever bureau is in charge of the VR MMOs. And the moment he says it, Kirito's eyes get real wide, and you're just like, he's like, this instant of, oh shit, it's happening again. And you can't really blame him. And that's the first you see of him having any semblance of post-traumatic stress or whatnot. Which, you know, every single person who was in SAO would have something. At least the ones on the front line. So Asuna, Klein, Agil, Kirito. And you haven't seen anything. I mean, they're able to go into this other VR MMO and PK people where, you know, you just spent 2 years of your life where PK was murder. How do you PK people so easily? That bugged me. But yeah, so you do kind of get to see some of the fears stemming from SAO start to manifest in some of these characters. Because there's definitely this sense that Kirito has of, oh shit, it's happening again. How is this happening again? It shouldn't be happening again. And so he gets hired on to go into this new game, convert his ALO character into a new character. It's so hilarious because he's a girl. There he looks a lot like a girl. Creepy dude that wanted his avatar. That was weird. I'm like, wait, you want an avatar that's a guy but looks like a girl? What? So that was hilarious. Yeah, that covers most of it. I mean, shit hits the fan. The first few episodes are really slow, if I remember correctly. When shit really hits the fan is like episode 6. I mean, you've met Sinon. She's just a badass. She's a badass. In the game, she's a badass with a sniper rifle and does all kinds of crazy shit. In real life, she's a girl with PTSD from shooting someone as a little girl. So I don't understand it. I'm not a psychologist. I've got a friend who is. He hasn't been able to explain it to me either. So, but yeah, no, she goes into this game and she can handle guns just fine, but she sees a gun and she like freaks out and throws up in real life. She's got a friend who's really supportive, really protective of her, and he's a really cool guy. And then, you know, she meets Kirito, and Kirito has this protagonist armor on and just, you know, picks up all the chicks. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. So yeah. God, I really don't remember. I'm trying not to spoil too much. Okay, let's just assume spoilers. Shit really hits the fan in this one about episode 6. You get the fighting and everything. You see how Kirito is going to work out. You know, being a swordsman, not knowing jack shit about guns. You see how he's going to work out in this gun world, and it's really kind of cool because he gets a lightsaber and does the Jedi trick, and it was really pretty awesome. And you kind of knew that was going to happen because it's Kirito, and he's just a badass with a sword. Disappointed he didn't buy 2 and dual wielded, but meh. Then they go to this tournament, Bullet of Bullets, and he's looking. The entire reason Kirito is in this is he's looking for this death gun guy. He's trying to figure out who he is, trying to figure out what his method is, and stop him. So, spoilers, because at this point, not much happened in those first couple episodes, and I'm pretty sure that's all you're doing. So spoilers, I'm going to do the full arc since I just watched the latest episode, and where everything really hits the fan is episode 6. Kirito sees Death Gun for the first time. He doesn't know it at first, but Death Gun comes up to him, sees his avatar, and he's like, Kirito, are you the real thing? And of course we all know what that means, and Kirito pretty quickly figures out what it means. He's like, oh shit, this guy's another SAO survivor. And he has to figure he immediately figures it's Death Gun. Because it matched, I guess he had the pictures or something. But he immediately figures out it's Death Gun. He's like, oh shit, this guy's like me. He's an SAO survivor. Oh crap. But he's not just any SAO survivor. He's Laughing Coffin, which was the murder guild. I mean, you had several crime guilds in SAO that, yeah, they killed from time to time, but Laughing Coffin was like a big deal. They were a huge plot point to it. And so you get a little bit of, again, what bugged me about the ALO arc in Season 1 is that you never saw any PTSD in Kirito, and now he starts legitimately freaking out. He has major anxiety, panic attack, and he's like, it's here. It actually is real again. Like where he had rationalized with himself that, you know, they were doing something in the real world to kill people. There was no way that the full dive system could just kill people. And so he figured, you know, they're utilizing something in the real world. He figures he's safe. But then he sees this Laughing Coffin member, and it's like, it really is, and oh shit, it's happening again. Here's someone who could not leave that Sword Art world, which I'm surprised there's not more of those, but I guess they don't follow the other people, so I guess that's not surprising. Oh man, I don't know what to talk about. I'm bugged because the really nice guy who's really supportive of Sinon winds up being a douchebag, rapist, murderer dude, and was just really creepy. And so far in the season, we're left with Kirito trying to save the day. Yeah, that was just a random rambling. I don't know if y'all will use any of this. I'm probably putting it up too late anyway, but we'll see. But yeah, it was better. It was better than the second half. That's the other thing. Yeah. I think I'll sign off now. I'm just talking out of my ass right now. I'll let y'all go.